Morning guys, so we are back at the door job. We have 3 doors left to hang, 2 glazed and 1 panel. We're going to do the panelled one first because it's the furthest away. Always work from the furthest way to the nearest because that way it gets easier throughout the day. Yeah, so we're going to get that one hung, and then we've got 10 latches to fit, which will be fun. But anyway, neither here nor there. Let's get stuck in, get this first door on. See you in a bit. Okay guys, so we're on the second to last door, and it is the hardest door because the frame is an abnormal size. Now the door that come out is solid pine, no issues. You can cut that to whatever width you want, which is 73 centimeters or 730 mil. So this is the door that they got, which is the closest to it. And if you look, that is how much veneer we've got left on that bit. But on the hinge side, there's even less. If you can see it just there, literally a couple of mil. That's how close we've had to get it. Now I'm going to run the plane again down that just to square this edge up because it's a little bit wonky. So I'm just going to run the plane down that again to make sure it's square. And this side ain't too bad, it's just that edge. Yeah, so some of you are going to say I could have just cut it, trimmed it and glued the sides back on, but sorry, no, not in a million years. That's never going to work. Don't matter how good it is, you're always going to see that join. This is how you wanted it done, this is how it's been done. But yeah, that does fit. We've already tested it. It just needed a very small amount off because it was quite tight in the frame, but it did shut without binding, but it was literally a mil gap. So happy days, we managed to get it. But anyway, let's get stuck back in. One more door to hang after this, and then we've got to get on with the door furniture. We'll see you in a bit. Okay, right, 10 doors swinging. Time is 1:30. We didn't get here till nearly 11, and a couple of doors were a bit tricky. Had a bit of playing around to do with them. But now it's door handles. And with the door handles, we're going to be going with the original positions. So each door still has its original latch. So all we're going to do is mark roughly where the centre of the latch is. And then we'll centre that on our door. Centre that across here, across there with my centering jig. Do a pilot hole. We could do that on every door first, if we wanted to. Or we just do one door at a time and work our way around. It's either. So I'm going to centre that and do my pilot bit. See you in a sec. Just like that. That is as good enough dead centre as you're going to get it. And now I can put my spade bit through that to the depth I want. Put me latch in, screw it to the frame, knife around it and chisel it out. And then obviously drill my holes in the side of it. Alright, so that's my line for me latch. This is a centering little bit of kit. So as soon as that turns like that, that will centre that dead centre. So we can use a 6mm drill bit, and we can put that in there nice and tight on our line, which I can see. So I've got my little lines on that side, and you can see it through these holes. So when you're lining up, you know your dead centre, and then you can pilot hole that. When I pick a spade bit, that's my cover plate for the latch, and your spade bit wants to be no wider than your latch. And then obviously it's wider that way, you need to make sure it's going to go that way as well. So 24mm in this case. Now because you've centered it, these are Bosch ones, and these got like a spiral screw end which will pull into the material, which can be a bit naughty on these sort of doors because you could go off centre. So by pilot holding it, that will now follow that pilot hole nice and easily, and we can get that nice and centered, that spade bit. So I'm going to go get me pump bag, I'm going to wedge this door up, and then we can crack on. Just like that, you get a nicely cut in latch plate. So if we just screwed it on, knife it round, chisel it out, put your handles through. Handles aren't fitted yet, but that's pretty much how I go about this. Right, officially halfway through, and it's 4 o'clock in the evening. It's getting dark out. I'm going to have a chat with the client, maybe pop back for a couple of hours tomorrow morning just to finish it off, because when it gets late and you're tired and your knees and your back hurts and you start rushing, that's when mistakes happen. And for the sake of a couple of hours on another day, I do have another job tomorrow to go to, but it's not a massive one, and I've got 2 days on that, and I've got more than enough time on it. So as long as this client's happy for me to come back tomorrow, then that's what I'm going to do. But stay tuned and I'll keep you updated. See you in a bit. Alright, yeah, we called it a day, guys. I had 10 doors that I had to get out of the van to get that in my skip. I had to finish hoovering up. I didn't get out of there till 20 to 5. So they were happy for me to go back in the morning, as long as I go back a bit earlier. Sorry about that. Bloody smoke alarm started going off. We're not even cooking, so I don't know what's going on there. We've had a quick scan around. I thought my door might have been burning some incense or something. But anyway, I'm done. I'm buckled. I'm too old for all these heavy doors. I think I am tempted not to take them on anymore. I'm 51 years old. I'm not a young man anymore, and lugging these doors up and downstairs and just hard bloody work. But yeah, we've got 10 doors swinging, 5 with handles and latches all nicely cut in. Customers over the moon. So I'm going to go back tomorrow, do the ground floor, 5 at the bottom, and have a couple of hours mucking about with them. And then I'm going to have to sharpen all my chisels after that as well, because this oak band on the edge, the oak strip, is just destroying the bloody tips of my chisels, really blunting them. So that'll be tomorrow's job, and then we're going back to another customer's house. We've got to drain down the radiators, change some valves, and we've got to try and find out why their shower's leaking. Now, their shower, we did the work there about a year ago. We did the bathroom, the downstairs cloak room, and we did some work in the ensuite. But in the ensuite, we didn't touch the shower. All we've done was relaid the floor, a new sink, and a new toilet. And they're getting water coming out from under the shower tray, and it's coming downstairs as well. So I think either the waste is gone and it ain't sealing properly, which would be a nightmare to replace because you can't get under the tray, even though it is a raised one, or well, we don't know what's causing it. So we're going to cut a hole on the wall behind the shower, put an inspection panel there, so we can have a look and see if we can see where the water's coming from, make sure it ain't coming from the back of the shower pipe work, and make sure that that's all dry. If that does that, that rules that out, and then I don't know, we just have to look into it a bit more deeper. But anyway, come back tomorrow, guys, for the end video of those bloody doors, and possibly some other videos on this shower leak. We'll see you then. Don't forget, guys, like, share and follow, and we'll see you in a bit.